We finally got our first look at gameplay footage of Forza Horizon 6 at the Xbox Developer Direct 2026. And this is the game I was most hyped for. I love the Forza Horizon series. I have been a big fan since Forza Horizon 3, which I got an Xbox One S for purely to play that game. It was set in Australia. It was an absolute ripper of a game. Then we got Forza Horizon 4, which was set in the UK and was just spectacular as well. Then we got Forza Horizon 5, which was like in South America and Mexico and stuff like that. And now we've got 6, and the visuals just look, graphics wise, it looks very similar to Forza Horizon 5, which doesn't surprise me. They're both, same generation, and the visuals are just stunning in Forza Horizon 5, so this is no bad thing. Forza Horizon 6, though, we are in Japan. That is where it's set. And I'm just absolutely buzzing about this, because if I could have voted for a location for this game franchise to go to, it would be Japan. That would be my number one, because, I mean, there's such a rich history of like car culture there, the drifting scene. I think this might very well be the best Forza Horizon game yet. Look at even the visuals we've got on screen here right now. The cars drifting through, forests full of cherry blossom trees, all the bamboo. It will visually pop, I think. The one thing they did not show in any gameplay footage, which I hope they do. So in previous games, there has been cycles of seasons. They said that's going to happen in this also, which will be fantastic, having like snowy weather, the winter and stuff like that, then the warm summer. They did not show, though, day-night cycles. And I just think driving through like some of the big cities in Japan, even just cruising through like Tokyo at night, absolute neon drenched city would be so freaking cool. I really hope they include that. Other things, it's just what you expect here for Forza Horizon. There is a new Horizon Rush events, which is like a new game mode which lets you work your way up the authentic Japanese car culture in Japan, all the way to Legend Island. One thing that's random, though, is you are a tourist. It would be cool if you were like a kind of a local in the game, but you're a tourist, you're over here, and you get to work your way up the car scene. Very, very cool. If you've played any of the previous Forza Horizon games, you know what to expect. It's just going to be more of the same. One thing that was cool at the end of one of the trailers, they did give us a tease, and there was a huge Gundam foot next to the car. So I hope that is one of the cool showcase events you get to do in these games, where maybe you're racing, I don't know, against a Gundam. It's this guy right here that appears on the trailer. So I'm hyped for this one. I think a lot of you are hyped for this also. It's probably going to be the best selling game in the franchise, because it's launching on day one on Xbox Game Pass, as all of these Xbox games currently do. It'll be on PC as well that same day. That's May the 19th this game drops. And then we don't have the launch date for the PlayStation yet, so it's going to be a little bit later on in the year. I think it'll be a couple of months. Maybe it'll be, 3 months, maybe it'll be 6. As soon as I hear anything, I'll let you all know. It will be out in 2026 though, so I'm hyped for this. Just a spectacular open world arcade racing game. And it kind of filled a void on PlayStation when Forza Horizon arrived. There wasn't really a game like that. The closest was the Crew Motorfest, and I really enjoyed that. The thing that I liked about Motorfest was there's different types of vehicles, so there was also boats and planes, which I just found fun, but they didn't have enough focus in them. It was mostly around cars, and when it comes to that, Forza Horizon takes the top spot. It is just the best, and I think we're in for a treat when this one launches. Let me know if you're excited about this one launching on Xbox and on PlayStation. Will you be picking it up? Now let's check out the next game, which Xbox showed off to us all. Now the next game was actually from Game Freak, so it's not a Xbox first party studio, but you may know them from previously making a lot of the Pokemon games. And this game actually kind of gave me Stellar Blade vibes. I don't know if anybody else got that from the trailer. It does look very good. It's a visually impressive game, and you are playing as your character who also has a dog companion, like a giant dog. So that does look fun. So this has been 6 years in the making, and it is an action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic Japan, which is very cool. And it releases this summer on PS5, PC, and then on Xbox. Also, no Switch yet, but it would surprise me if this makes its way to the Switch too. Also, day one in Xbox Game Pass if you're a subscriber over there. And you will be playing as the main protagonist, which is Emma, which you can see on screen right now. She looks very, very cool. And this giant dog, I can't remember what the dog's called. Oh, it's called Koo. That's what it's called. That's your companion. And Koo can also help you in the battle against all these crazy big monsters. But yeah, this game does look fun. And hopefully we get more gameplay revealed about this very, very soon. I think this one could be quite a big hit, I think. Okay, and the kind of bizarre, interesting game, which was a bit of a stealth reveal. People didn't know this was going to be shown off, and it is from the Psychonauts developers, and it is called Kiln. And this was the surprise announcement from Double Fine Games. And it looks like one of these random games where you see it and you just think, why not? I'll give this a go. And I'm all for developers being creative and trying new things. And you know what? This could be fun. Will it be a huge smash hit? I don't know. But don't know unless you try. And the best thing for me to do here is to read out the official blurb, because I will do a terrible job of trying to explain this, because you play as a pot. Yes, you heard that right. Like pottery, like you actually use a pottery wheel and you make a pot, which is your character. And then you play in these, fun little like multiplayer kind of battle royale type games. So it says here, Kiln is a multiplayer team-based brawler with a focus on creating unique player sculpted characters. It's packed with customization options where you sculpt your playable pot as you progress. In Kiln, you play as a mountain spirit, supernatural beings forever at war on the summit. You'll use an ancient pottery wheel to create warrior golems called vessels, inhabiting them and enabling you to interact with a physical realm to do battle. Created during the match, extremely diverse character shapes and sizes are possible, each exhibiting unique attributes and controls that leverage the possibilities in procedural animation. This is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC in spring 2026. And as all these are, they're dropping into Game Pass because this was an Xbox event. But it's well worth talking about now, because Xbox is basically kind of in that third-party developer realm with all their games coming to PlayStation as well, and some of them appearing on Switch. This one is not coming to Switch either, which is bizarre. I think this would make a killing on Switch. Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, spring 2026. What do we think about these bizarre kind of party games? I think some of these can be a lot of fun. I think this might do quite well. Now, the Xbox Developer Direct also gave us our first look at actual gameplay from Fable. And we've got our first look at Albion here. It does look really quite nice. Some, classic Fable there for you, where you start as a kid growing up in this huge city full of, rich and poor, old and young, peasants and royalty. And this is aiming to be, true open world Fable here. For me, though, when I watched this, some of it looks absolutely spectacular, and some of it I was like, this game's been getting made for a while. Was I expecting more? I don't know how I feel about this game, because I think I don't have any nostalgic pull here for Fable. I've never played any of the original games. I know a lot of Xbox players and fans, absolutely love them. It's like a absolutely legendary series. For me, I think because I don't have this, I just watched this and thought, it looks cool. And that was it. A lot of people are excited by this game, and they did show off some, cool stuff. For me, though, I'm not sure, it's the usual thing you expect. There's new enemies, including a fire-breathing chicken, which was quite funny. And up to you with all your unique tools to go and take them all down. They were showing off stuff like, all the characters. There's over like 1,000 people inhabiting Albion. You can talk to them all. They've all got their own stories. They've got their own day-to-day routines. You could just follow them about, see what they're up to and stuff like that. So it did look quite cool. I'm interested to get my hands on this to then decide what I think, and I will be playing this when it launches. For that though, I do need to check out Fable Anniversary Edition. I think I said this earlier in the episode, I've downloaded that to my Xbox Series X. It's like a kind of polished up, remastered version of the original game. And it's a Xbox 360 game. So I'm going to check that out and see what I think. But being Playground Games, I do have high hopes that this is a just, brilliant game. I think if anyone could deliver a really high quality Fable game, Playground Games have got to be up there, because I know it's different from the Forza Horizon series, but it is still an open world game, the Forza Horizon games. This is just, a different game type. So fingers crossed they deliver here, and this is a spectacular game. If you've not watched the full developer direct, I recommend you go and check it out. It was quite a good show. It's I think it was about an hour long. Grab your coffee, sit, chill out and watch it. We've got Fable to look forward to in 2026, and it is also coming to PlayStation, which is a big win for PlayStation as well. A lot of people over on PlayStation are wanting to check this out, and they will be able to. So 2026 is going to be a pretty stacked year when you think about these games. GTA 6 also coming along. We've got Wolverine dropping. I don't know when we're going to get the time to play all these games, but you know what? We're going to try.